Hi everybody, it's Taylor. I'm back. I didn't stream yesterday. I kind of went dark on that day yesterday. No real reason. I was just kind of hanging out. Not doing a damn thing and didn't really feel like streaming. But today I do. So we will. Divinity Original Sin. Let's get back to it. This game is very much what I hoped it would be. So that's great. Yep. I'm very happy with that. Where's my wristy? There it is. So, the Weaver of Time has given us the mission of collecting, of course, a bunch of bullshit. In fact, let's run down. There we go.
The Lady of Time, the Weaver of History. I am your biggest fan, dear lady. Could I get your autograph?
We met the Weaver of Time, who weaves the billions of threads that form time and space. She told us we are linked to Starstone, and that our reaction to these stones allows... I really wish we wouldn't talk. Let's turn them down. She told us we are linked to Starstone and that our reaction to these stones allows her to mend the frayed tapestry of time. We must find more Starstone before they fall into the wrong hands. Excuse me. The Weaver of Time told us that we are not featured upon the tapestry of time, even though all the rest of us... Jesus Christ. Alright, shut up. Shut up.
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest.
Very insistent, those
I
two.
hope you begin to find this place more familiar than it may yet seem.
Tell me about yourself.
In the ethereal threads of eternity, do I record the deeds of gods and men, of beasts and spectral apparitions?
What do I have? Not that much. You don't have any gold, so there's no point in doing that.
The drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires, the shift of every grain of sand on every beach, the fall of every raindrop on every world, the all but imperceptible touch of lovers' hands. This and all I chronicle without fault. Except, it seems, you ask and I shall answer, if I can. I am the Weaver of Time.
Yeah, tell me more
as
about
I
that,
have
though.
told you. Though
Sorry about my chair, I'll
existence
fix
is
that.
one that falls behind and yet
There
far
we go.
exceeds the verb to be. I am but what I am, and that is task. It is the same for the historian. Chroniclers both are we of the epics of eternity. Perhaps we are one and the same. Task multiplied by 2. Who has made us? I do not know. Why have they done so?
Are these our chairs?
I do not know. Am I the beginning? And am I to be the end? Who shall say? Perhaps I am the first thing in creation. Perhaps I am creation. Perhaps I am the creator. Or maybe it is you. You who makes dying stars rekindle. Time alone will tell.
Pretty good voice acting.
Oh, Hunter. I
Bloodborne,
have no need
yay.
for company. Like
Best
I
game.
have no need for air or appetite or affection. All I need and all I am is time. And time is running out unless you remedy its decline.
Mm-hmm, sure.
And yet, I do enjoy your companionship. For you may prove to become the cure that will heal my
Yeah, let's be
sinking
pals.
soul.
Totally.
Quite so.
Oh, sorry, I'm
Your
meaning to read those out.
absence.
My bad.
It should be an impossibility, but no matter
I forgot I was
where
streaming,
look,
despite
you
talking out
cannot
loud.
be found. I do not know you, which makes you my one perennial imperfection, a blind spot in the eye of time. But perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance the blemish may
Hey,
be
Dev, how you
undone,
doing?
and time can
Hello,
be
folks. Well, it's
redeemed.
just us right now. First 6 minutes of the stream. I've heard this place is called the End of Time. Is that what it is? No more? No less?
What it is but a seed bereft of sun and water. What it could be, that is what the star stones will tell us. What it is but the end. What it could be is the end of ends. I reside in another realm altogether. But ever since the end of time appeared in these deep, dark skies,
Am I doing great? Just
materialized
got home
here,
from work on a
as if
Friday.
forced
I
to
feel
watch
awesome.
the one thing that is unwatchable.
Hope you're good too. How you doing?
unenjoyable. A thankless task that you may yet free me from forever.
How can I redeem time if, as you say, I am not even part of it?
I think that perhaps you can redeem time because you create time. Indeed, you have set in motion an event I no longer held possible. Know that no longer I did weave. I sat here at the end of time and watched on as the void frays the fabric of time like a terrified god that fears the offspring of his own creations. But suddenly there was you. You who stirred the life within the stones. These stones, children of stars. They place new ribbons along my fingers like phantoms out of time.
I could listen to you talk all day. You are the opposite of the guy that is also a cat. Yeah. Investing time to decide to buy this game or the second one. So, I really like this one so far. I'm pretty early into it, like the first 3 hours into it so far. The pretty much forced co-op is cool if you're playing by yourself, but if you have a partner, it might be fun. That applies to both games. The one downside for me, that's big, and this is big for me, and I don't like it, is that you can only choose human in the first game, whereas all the races are open to you in the second game. So, other than that, I couldn't really tell you the difference between one and two.
And I began to weave anew. Starstone gives me new strands to braid into the tapestry. And because you give Starstone energy, it seems that you are creating time. These Starstones, please, seek them so that time may yet be mended. Please, for the sake of all that lives and all that loves, seek them so that the void may yet devour itself alone.
Why is the Starstone so important, and why does it react to me and my colleague alone?
Alas, the answers to those questions still elude me. You and Starstone remain the imperfections upon the tapestry. As yet. A hidden answer lies behind this veil of inscrutability, though. For the link between you and the stones reveals that your destinies are intertwined.
It looks amazing. It is pretty amazing. It's very D&D. I am playing on classic difficulty, which in the beginning part is not too bad. I did die once. Just not paying attention, just like you can in D&D. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to attacks of opportunity, and I got wrecked by that. I got killed.
I believe that Starstones will not lead you to new places.
It looks
of
good.
wonder
It's
only.
fulfilling the D&D game
They will
hole in
also
me that I wanted
lead
to
to
fill.
new knowledge through the restoration of the threads of old.
I will take my leave. Thank you.
Good to see you on the shelter plane. A home away from home, is it not?
You are so weird when... I thought you were small. But is she just even smaller? Is that what's going on? Questions for
The
you.
imp said to the ballista operator, shoot.
I thought I already asked you all these questions. I thought I ran through your dialogue, sir.
Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sightseeing guide, but just like yourselves, Starstone, from what I can gather, though, they were once cherished.
Yeah, I heard this
ruins,
stuff.
Caves.
Bye. Yep, we heard this stuff.
I have the last chest, the last chest, the last chest! If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it! Find my 4 sisters, no more than one in each of the realms of your wide world, and each by each, you'll discover how to open me!
They do challenge you as a gamer, absolutely. Yeah, you gotta use your head.
Where you arrive at conclusions.
And I spent a lot of time deciding on my 2 characters, so you decide between the 2. I've got a Shadow Blade, who's basically a backstabbing assassin, and I got my Cleric, who can heal and, you know, bash shit. There are both of them are your main
The
characters.
baby of time, the weaver of history.
Shut up, dude.
I am your biggest
Zigzags, you're bothering me.
lady. Could
I will say, either one that you get, my recommendation is that you get...
It shall be my pleasure, Sir Imp. I'll embroider it in the first volume.
Talents, get Pet Pal. You're going to want to do that. You want that so bad. Yeah, I'm with you. Most RPG games I'm totally into. I'm glad that games like this still get made and are still a success. Who says single-player games are dead? Not me. No. So, I guess we can return back to Earth. We randomly wound up here. I just talked to 2 random people, and I wound up in effing space. They've given me all these portals. I don't know if they are all inactive. I would assume one is at least, excuse me, at least open. So I don't know if it's for pet collecting. Every animal that I've talked to has had something to say that was very specific to where they were and like the actual people around them. So I talked to a random rat and it like gave me some lore about the history of the castle. I talked to a bull and it told my fortune and told me my future was bathed in blood and gold. I talked to a sheep who said that the wizard woman inside wanted to transform her into something. So yeah, I'm not sure about pet collecting yet. I'm not really familiar with that part of the game yet. But how the hell do I get out of here? Guess I'll start at the beginning. Yes. No, this is back to my dude's observatory, which didn't help me that much. What is this? Rift travel. You've opened the Homestead travel menu. This works like a waypoint portal. Select the end of time to teleport to your homestead. Okay. Let us go back to the North Gate. See what that's about. Yeah, absolutely got to do it. I may do co-op for the second game.
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree? Where you
User
can come
created
to
stories,
know
yes,
harm.
it has lots of that. Yep.
I
Continue.
know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone.
Yeah, I am super more interested in that. I like the... also the choices. These kind of affect our personality. And these two can disagree with each other. So, Moira 2, you, who I named because we got wrecked so bad in Tactician that I quit that game so fierce, I just recreated my characters real quick. Classic. Can disagree with Eliza Thornberry too. Yeah, give me your advice,
I'll
sir.
be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flies the sorcerer spiders are trying to catch. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. His foul murder and the plight of dying time must somehow be interconnected. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way.
How did you find out Jake was a collector?
While you were being lectured by our friend the historian and the grande dame of time, I snuck into his house and had a look around.
Sure, Devev. My Steam, if you have Steam, is I think my display name is Taylor is Good, and my username is bwonder25, BWONDER25. So, yeah, maybe down the road you just want to add me on Steam. That's cool.
The advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. And that's where I saw them in a cabinet.
Yep.
Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. They lay there.
I did not mean to skip that.
Innocent.
I apologize.
Though bloody murder may have been committed in their name.
How did you become Zigzags'
I
agent?
met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthful Gore. He wondered aloud what on earth a cat was doing out there in the scorching desert. then shared what little food and water he had with him.
Really? Oh.
So I told him who I was and showed him my human form. He laughed.
I'm
and
sorry,
marveled
Zigzax
and
is a
told
good
me
dude.
stories about his travels.
He fed a cat.
In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. I was awed and frightened, but swore to help him in any way I could. As of now, that includes helping the two of you.
You have anything good to sell me, sir? Lots of good. And you have a lot of gold, too. Appreciate that. I will not sell all my arrows. I don't really need these books, right?
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah.
Star represents the trader's attitude towards you. The higher the attitude, the better the prices. You can raise the trader's attitude by donating items or gold. Okay, cool. Your name is Dave? I was saying Deveb, thinking maybe that was a different name. I'm sorry. Dave, hello. I'm Taylor. Nice to meet you. And yes, the blue banana icon is mine. Should change that to my Twitch avatar. That would make a lot more sense. If I'm going to hand that out. Bracers are nice. I like shoes. Terra Corroded Copper Ring of Air Resistance. +1 Dex, +9 Earth Resistance, Air Resistance. That's pretty good. I like how equipping costs AP. That makes perfect sense to me. Identifying glass. Peer through this closely to analyze and classify equipment. Actually, that sounds incredibly useful. Give me that now. Yeah. Can I eat these shells for random effects? Huh. I have not considered that. That sounds like fun. You found an identifying glass. If your lore master ability is high enough, you'll be able to identify items. Press right mouse button. Okay. I think I have a... yeah. Yeah, I'll probably get Divinity Original Sin next time it's on sale. So both of these are on sale pretty frequently. Both here, both on Steam and on Good Old Games. So if you're patient, you can probably wait. I don't need this, despite how freaking funny it was to read. That's just for money. Oh, he likes this better. Okay, makes sense. We're going to keep that. We're going to keep the smokescreen arrow. June 21st. Nice. Oh, I forgot about the summer sale. I spent... I think I spent $150 last year. But that's... I got a PC at the start of June last year, after not owning a PC for about 10 years. I don't need that. It runneth over not. I love that. So I was getting caught up on a lot of games that had come out between 2008 and 2018, 17. Okay. Give me my money back, please. Nice. Okay. Good trade, sir. I appreciate that. Why is it so particularly nice for us to have found a shelter somewhere?
Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at bay? A bed or a basket so snug it becomes, in a word,
Ah, there you go.
safety.
Need to get into Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yeah, I'm not. Damn it. My shirt. I hate this red shirt. Makes me flicker. I wasn't too into Kingdom Come, personally.
But perhaps I speak only for myself. Not
parts of it looked fun, but
such
the
as
combat
yourselves
looked
that
like not
by
up my alley.
necessity call any patch of ground they rest upon.
So I hope you enjoy. Here we go. I can fix this. There we go. That'll help my shirt situation.
Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able to repose without a care is such a
This guy goes on
circumstance.
forever.
Save it all too seldomly.
Why do you like to talk so much? I wonder, do you put absolute credence in the word of Zigzag's time, void, the looming end?
Let me phrase it like Zigzags might. A universe without time is like a pen without ink. A pointless instrument stripped of the potential of creation. It is void.
Do I like The Witcher 3? I have never tried a Witcher
It
game.
is
Yeah. I'm sorry, I tried Witcher 2. Didn't grab me to begin with, but I didn't give it a lot of time. It was like a free Xbox with Gold game, so...
I'll not pretend to have all the answers. All that I understand. If Zigzag
Shit, I'm
worries,
sorry,
I
I-
worry.
I'm very heavy on this
We are
mouse.
talking about a creature, after all, that has reclined among the divines as nonchalantly as you and I laze beside the hearths of home.
What I skipped, I'll not pretend to have all the answers or that I understand all that is happening here and out there among the stars, but I do that I'd rather err on the side of caution. So, they do let you read back the dialogue, which is cool. 143 hours, that's impressive. That's impressive.
Oh, before you go, here. Take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed that Zigzags asked me to give to you.
Thank you.
You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry though. Use this one here and it'll take you straight to its twin.
Okay, we'll do that some other time.
Now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So if you spot a white cat during your travels, do stop to say hello.
Man, I don't really want to do that, sir. You talk way too much. You've just received a teleporter pyramid. These pyramids are linked to each other and always come in pairs. Open your inventory and use the pyramid to teleport to its pair. Okay. So it sounds like I can get more of these. Play less popular RPG game? Oh man. I stream some extremely unpopular games. Absolutely. Oh yeah. 0 views. I've yet to stream a game that doesn't even have a selection on Twitch, but yeah. I've heard of Risen. I've never played. Oh, there's a rat. I want to talk to it. Get back here.
Like that dog
Get back
is
here,
awfully
mousy.
agitated.
You.
Perhaps he wants to tell us something.
Mousy.
Nemrys is the greatest philosopher in the land, you know. I'd give me left whiskers to be half as smart as him.
Nimrus. The dog's name is Murphy.
Darling.
Let's go talk to this dog.
Hey, wow! I was wondering where that awesome sweaty boot smell was coming from. And here you are. Wow! This is great! I'm Murphy, Jake's dog.
Oh, no kidding.
Wow, you smell great! Have you been rolling around on Templings all day?
Jesus
That's my
Christ.
favourite hobby too.
Tell me about yourself, boy.
You know who I miss? Jake. Sometimes he'd just sit there being awesome. And I'd give him this look like, you smell great. And he'd give me this look like, you do too, Murphy. And he was my best friend.
Yeah, dogs, man.
I
Dogs are
came
great.
here So I could smell Jake again. He smelled great. But whatever's buried there doesn't smell like Jake at all. No, it's definitely not Jake. He was awesome.
About your master's death, boy.
Boom! If I ever find out who killed Jake, the most awesome Jake who ever jaked, I'll bark so much. Seriously, so much. You have no idea.
I've got to go now, boy. Should I dig up his corpse?
I smell rotten lamb chops.
Peace be with you, traveller. May your lost loved ones rest in peace.
Tell me about yourself, Siva.
I once lived a prosperous life. with my husband and our happy little daughter Loni. But when the undead plague broke out, my dear husband was among the first killed. Loni never recovered from the loss. And when a group of mercenaries, predators...
Oh, no sympathy. Hey, thank you for the lurks.
...came to town dangling the opportunity to annihilate those undead devils, Loni lapped up their rhetoric and joined without so much as a backward glance. She was killed less than a week after she joined.
Oh, no.
Here she lies. And here I stand, mourning the death of my last joy.
Oh, and he's on the bit board, number 1. Thank you, No Sympathy. I will take my leave.
In memory of Loni, death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the fields.
Man, there's so much that they voiced. I will have some mushrooms, please.
Rest in peace, darling.
Here lies Nemris, master of philosophy.
The rat said Nemris was super duper smart. Idea time. Where's your shovel?
All that digging, and there's nothing here.
Rest in peace, darling.
Yo! Hey! I knew this would pay off.
Look here. Even a sage and author as renowned as I is flattered when mortals dare among the dead to seek him out. Well, here I am, Nemris the Wise. You may go wide-eyed with amazement now.
I am totally amazed. Tell me about yourself.
As if I need introduction. Nemris the thinker, the theorist, the visionary. Come now, surely you lack the time, as I do, for such silly questions.
You're an author?
Oh, I've written so many celebrated treatises, but of course you have read and revered the philosophy of death, the diamond in the crown that is my literary legacy. There isn't a civilized soul alive that hasn't perused so few show.
Thanks for the follow, Dave. I appreciate it.
Growth when I put them to the test.
Can I read your philosophy of death?
You can, and indeed you must. But alas, I was not buried with a printed version of that blueprint of genius that is my inimitably esteemed essay. Never fear, though, for each and every library in Revellon boasts a copy, the gilded cherry on their paper pie.
Yeah, I like that riff. I'm never getting rid of that riff. I streamed for 30 years. I'm never getting that riff. Get rid of it. Put me to the test.
Do you truly feel you are ready to prove
no, okay.
and understood the philosophy of death?
I don't think so, sir.
Your refusal speaks greater volumes than my 10-part tome on the mating behavior of feral dwarves. You dread the test. You fear it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna stream forever. Till I'm dead, till I'm an old man.
Here lies David, who ran from the
Oh, Dave, sorry, man.
You'll never catch me alive.
I'm not gonna dig up everybody, but I will dig this dude up.
Jake. Please do not disturb.
I must be old, oh yeah. Ancient. Let's talk. Hopefully Murphy doesn't get too mad if we dig up his bro, but we'll find out.
Where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake?
We have a coffin. Let's open it up.
What trickery is this? That's not Jake.
It's a rotting sheep's corpse.
What the fuck is this?
It seems someone snatched Jake's body.
Nice. Oh yeah, I guess I don't need to pick up a sheep's corpse. Only 35, I'm 30.
Rotten lamb chops.
Here lies Kavanagh. Will they have Sicil pie in the afterlife?
I love being over 30. It's my favorite. What is this?
Where are you?
Oh, okay. That's chat if I had someone online.
Here
Perfect.
lies James, as usual, the filthy fibber.
James.
Here lies Kavanagh. Will they have Sicil pie in the afterlife?
So, Murphy, you have anything new to say?
Wow, that dead sheep smells pretty great. I mean, wow. But it's nothing compared to Jake.
The grandpas of Twitch, that's right.
Is marking my territory.
Yeah, America. Yep. This isn't your master boy.
Someone stole Jake? Jake stole my ball once, but then he threw it far, and I went and I got it.
Netherlands, cool.
And Jake was awesome. Listen, if you go around town and find someone who you think might have done it, bring me a really stinky something of theirs. And I'll see if I can smell Jake on it.
Nice.
An awesome smell. I couldn't mistake it.
Come with us?
Join you? No way. I mean, you smell pretty great. Even better than the dumpster behind the butcher's house. The town is full of scary stuff like body snatchers and
bathtubs? What does that mean?
Darling. Without my best friend, the most awesome Jake ever, here to protect me, I'd rather stay far away. Just bring those smelly items to me here.
Did you smell them?
Esmeralda. Ugh, terrible smell. Like flowers and soap. Not awesome. Ugh, hated her. Aureus is kind of awesome. And Evelyn, too. They both have a sweaty, dead thingy smell. Cecil, he's alright, I guess. Mostly, he smells like old books, which is neither awesome
nor non-awesome. Yeah.
Bring me anything of theirs, and I'll be able to tell you if I can sniff out Jake's smell on them. Jake has the best smell. I'd know it anywhere. Did you find something for me to stick my nose into?
Not yet, boy. Let's go. Oh, man. Adventure at every turn. Story stuff at every turn. Where am I? Oh, they teleported me to a place I've never been to. I'd rather go here, actually. Yeah, I guess it's not going to let me do that. Okay. What is this?
Jake, where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake?
The dirt here appears to have been freshly dug. If you have a shovel, you can dig here. I can. More treasure. What do we got here? Oh, it's a cave mouth. Okay. Jesus Christ, like I said, adventure at every turn. Torch, eh? Mousy, tell me what's going on here.
The outskirts of Sicil are infested with undead. Are you the exterminator?
No, I'm not doing this now, by the way. Actually, let's check this place. Anything else to interact with? Doesn't seem so. Okay. I know for a fact there are other party members in this town. So, before we go headlong into some crazy fight, let's see if we can collect at least one party member.
Good luck out there, Hunter. Evil lurks beyond Sicil's ramparts.
The Legion stands at the ready.
Don't need to be at this gate.
I wouldn't venture too far out of town if I were you. Many Legionnaires did so before you. Very few have returned.
What do you got here, bud?
Ahu's invention, the stasis blaster. Quite a sight, no? The ray can singe a zombie or skeleton to ash in a matter of seconds.
Cool.
These days we Legionnaires hold a lottery to see who gets to man the things. You can bet it's no small amount easier to blast those flesh-eating monstrosities from a distance than to get within striking range. Don't ask me how the blaster works, though. I just make sure the thing's hitting its targets.
I will take my leave. Yeah. Very interesting information, though. Appreciate it. you go over here, please? You're bothering me.
You don't think it's infected, do you? Greetings! These stores are for our Legion troops. Rivalon's finest work
What?
on mighty
I don't want to pick up a barrel.
7. It never ends around here. There's a zombie in my garden. My sheep is missing. An orc ate my baby. Night and day, day and night.
Tell me about it. Isn't it a chicken's destiny to be eaten? We should catch it and give it back to the cook. A chicken has the right to live too. Yeah, chicken.
A chicken has the right to live too?
Let's gonna have Moira disagree just for fun. Pardon him, what a silly notion. Such a lovely day calls for a nicely cooked chicken.
Pardon him? What a silly notion. Such a lovely day calls for a nicely cooked chicken.
Look at that cute little beak. Can you really condemn that face?
Look at that cute little beak. Can you really condemn that face to the cleaver?
Who knows what the chef might do if we don't give him that chicken? Maybe he'll carve us up instead.
Who knows what this chef might do if we don't give him that chicken?
All
Maybe
right,
he'll
let's do
carve
this.
us up instead.
We have the advantage this time around. Damn it. Oh, we're getting our ass kicked. We suck. There we go. Come on, man.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
That's a great flag. I respect that. No! Ugh. Got wrecked.
All right, we'll do it your way.
What? No! Ah! My neck's too graceful to be hacked in half.
Sorry, chicken. Well, okay. You feel better now, Cook Morris? You murdered that
was
chicken?
Close. Thanks for catching Fidgety Jack here. I guess he got nervous when I mentioned drumsticks.
You gave it a name?
Let's have that bird then, shall we? Our troops are mighty hungry.
Well, at least I got some raw meat. Quartermaster.
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of
Great.
equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after. Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have.
You
I
sure
got
do have a
every
lot of
style
shit.
of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
These are all resistances. Those aren't sexy, man. I want to do more damage. Better movement, HP. I'm gonna sell some spells. Fireball, I'm not all that passionate about. Sell the shit bracers. I don't need both of these. I read that. I'm still not comfortable with that. Take my leave. Some other time, then.
Kings, these stores are for our Legion troops. Rivalon's finest work up mighty fine appetites.
Ha! That's... Wow, that's cool. I didn't realize that. You can get a warm effect just by being by a fire. That's awesome.
Did someone leave an oven door open? Baking like a cake.
You guys need to not cry so much. I take your bucket. Wait, what just happened? Did I just put that bucket in there? Oh, damn it. That wasn't my intent. Oh well. It's over now. Are you taking a bath? Can I watch? Oh, this is like a mansion right here. Looks like there's no way around. Oh, there is. Great. Still don't have any lockpicks. Gotta buy them. Great, one of the things I just sold. I have a bucket on my head right now, don't I? How? I can see and hear worse now. Let's not go with that. That's fun.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more hose than a
Claudius, how are you?
Mayor Cecil will be happy to see the likes of a source hunter. Welcome to the Town Hall of Syseal.
Thank you. Marcius.
Well, Mayor Cecil will be happy to see...
The Source Hunter! Oh, what a sight for sore Sicilian eyes!
Tell me about yourself.
Me? I live alone here in town. Used to be that my younger brother Tom and I were practically joined at the hip, but that's all changed now.
What happened to Tom?
Oh, he's always been something of a rascal, calling his petty hooliganism adventuring and endlessly worrying my poor mind. Oh, but of course, I've always loved that scamp to bits.
Continue.
For my part, I encouraged him to join the Legion. Even got him sparring with Captain Aureus now and then. But then those blasted Fabulous Five came into town.
Continue.
That band of... I don't even know what to call them. Well, they're his heroes, and I simply couldn't prevent him from going to see them. That one meeting was all it took for Tom to run off with them on some mission to God knows where.
Bye. Tom, the wannabe adventurer. Charlene, the Mayor Cecil's maid, said she was looking for her brother Tom. He left to become an adventurer. She hasn't heard from him in some time. That's cool. Hey, chicken. You also have chickens. Another cat. Chicken, come here. Chicken. No, don't just leave. These are hard to catch. Stop.
I'll figure out who murdered Jake before the day's through. Just you wait. Detective Kip is on the case.
You're on it? Even the chicken is pissed about Jake? What is the cat thing? The cat surely doesn't care. It's a cat.
Oh, golly
Maxine.
gosh. One who flaunts the highways and byways of silly old Syseal with the easy elegance of a puss with her tail in the air. I do declare such a sight is rather rare around here. But where are my manners? I am Maxine, and you must be one of those hunters one hears so much about. Charmed, I'm sure.
Tell me more about yourself.
I'm the mayor's cat, don't you know? Born and raised on velvets and viands of most exquisite varieties. Maxine rhymes with queen, after
You are a
all,
cat.
and dearest. That is hardly a coincidence.
You're definitely a cat. More questions?
But of course, darling.
Tell me about
You might get-
Syseal.
Oh, this quaint little town is a tad too parochial for one of my more urbane tastes.
Urbane.
But
Nice.
one has to make do, hasn't one? The fresh sea air does go to great lengths to invigorate one's spirit, that much I'll admit. And it is rather jolly to watch the ships sail in laden with all kinds of exotic wares, full of the little treats the mayor likes to spoil me with. Darling man, he dotes on me so.
Oh, she likes it, Jake, too.
Heavens forbid! No, fear is rather too strong a term there, hunter dearest. The predator's instinct is a trait we share, you and I. And though those rancid ramblers may not be quite as easy to put to the claw as mice are, I assure you, they are just as easily outwitted.
Bye, Maxine.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer. My ears aren't what they used to be.
Oh, Cecil
Or
owns the
my
cat.
eyes,
Never
for
mind.
that matter. Yes. Hello, Source Hunter. Our city welcomes you.
Tell me about yourself.
My elf? What elf? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Syceal, and husband of the stately Cecilia. I've been the mayor here for decades, and I'm quite eager to see
Sorry, what?
Syceal
Your name is Cecil and your wife's name is Cecilia?
Yes, very difficult
Weird.
times indeed.
Bit incestuous, sir. Tell me more about your library.
That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in, exactly? Ah, the library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Syceal. Would you like to have a look? I'll escort you upstairs myself.
Sure.
Marvelous. Follow me then.
Let's go.
What? Oh, yes. This library is the jewel in Syceal's crown.
Whoa!
A beacon of culture and learning in
Hi,
our
Victoria.
fair city.
Discovered in this library.
Volume 1, Volume 2. But where's the third one gone?
Ah, my cursor disappeared again. There it is.
My Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine, and she's got every speck of information about this place packed into her brilliant brain.
Continue.
Yes. Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago. Ah, it brings a tear to my eye just seeing her here among her beloved books.
If you're a party member, I'm gonna flip out.
What? Oh, yes, yes. I'll be on my way back downstairs now. Please introduce yourself. I know Victoria will be happy to make your acquaintance.
So he should have a philosophy of the dead.
Moonrack. Mayhem.
The lesser key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what nonsense.
That's better.
The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by
A
heart.
knight in see-through armor. Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom. Steadtecken. Esmeralda does have
let's
a
talk to
propensity for all
Victoria,
things
sure.
naughty, hasn't she? In the name of Amun-Hur, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal. Be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine.
You're very nice. Yes, let's be pals. Who are you, madam?
I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't exactly striking, is it? When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past Syceal toward the sea. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hur, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took pity on the exiled infant that chance had put in his way.
Continue.
He raised me like I was his own, this kindest of souls, taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's librarian, a position I uphold with no small diligence and pride.
May I take books from the library?
Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you borrow so that others may enjoy them too.
Great. I'll take my leave.
The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by
Cracking
heart.
up a crowd, the definitive guide.
Writing it rich.
Actually, hold on. A Pirate's Life.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for.
Where's the...
Is there
Fun
no
with fluids, you
book
bet.
to be discovered in this library?
Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
Is that a spider's nest? Fun with Fluids, Volume 4. Excellent.
Dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Adventurer's Field Guide.
Light and see-through armor. Princess Buttercup with the blush.
There it is. Let's read that now. I'm gonna have you read this because you can talk to the animals.
I'm looking for. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Okay, I'm gonna talk to Jahar because he is whining a lot, very loudly. What's up,
Omnes
Jahan?
autem mali demones quam.
Sure, what's up?
What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt my musings?
Your musings are really
My
loud.
Naga, the protector, they have the manners of boors, these boatmen of
Are you shitting me? You're running your mouth in a library.
Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken. For you hardly resemble the local fisher folk, which, incidentally, is a compliment of copious dimensions indeed.
Thanks.
No. A source hunter. That is what you are. Yes, a stalker of sorcery, a chaser of charms pernicious. In truth, I cannot go so far as to say it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, for I take no pleasure in the company of man. But it may just be to our mutual advantage to join forces nonetheless.
Join forces? Okay, we just met, but okay. Why?
Why? Simply because you hunt source, and I, Jehan, hunt demons. You are aware, of course, that quite often both of these pests frequent the same shadowy pools of infamy.
I'm probably gonna say yes, guy, but sure.
Now, I hate what I hunt, but I respect its cunning. Should I not, I'd have been decimated, body and soul, long since. This is a sentiment I'm quite certain you must recognize. Let there be strength in cunning, yes, but also in numbers. The calculus of wizardry I offer you. The might of the magician's mastermind.
Sounds great, but
on one condition. That on our joint travels we will never deal with demonic entities, no matter how tempting their propositions. Give me your word on this, and I'll weave you spells.
What if I really, really, really am tempted by a demon, though? Man. Man, I'm totally ready to sell my soul to a demon, though.
A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay yet another fine.
I kind of want this guy, though. No.
I don't like to make promises I may not be able to keep, so I must decline your offer.
Novels? Rack. Mayhem.
We'll have you argue. We'll see what
I
happens.
was inclined to agree with Jehan, but it would appear my colleague and I are not of the same mind.
Oh, simple souls. Oh, doomed spirits. What tangled webs you'd weave. But I won't be a fly to be caught in them. Begone. Reflect. And if you should see the light, I will be here in the library. For now, you are not worthy of my devotion.
I'm not gonna talk to demons, buddy.
Still hasn't been returned.
I think I could like betray him, but I don't want to like fight him as a result.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
We'll place this book here.
Oh!
A volume of poetry among novels. Rack.
Charlene again.
Hello again, adventurer.
The lesser key of Salakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
An extermination. What is there, poison here?
The light and see-through armor. Princess Buttercup.
What am I missing?
Blushing bottom.
Why can't I take this one?
Does have a
Something more
propensity for all
advanced.
things
Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
He who smelts it. That. All right. We're just gonna read these here. Okay. Jesus, there's so many of these.
Ugh, what nonsense.
Volume 1, Volume 2.
The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know
I
it.
think she's the one who can do potions.
Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
Let's give you the adventurer's field guides.
Demonology for
Brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned.
Need something
Fellow
more
will have to
that
submit
too.
to another
The
fine.
Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition too.
Alright,
Most promising.
let's get out of here so we don't have to hear these people run their mouths.
What? Oh, hello again. Please tell me how I can help you during your investigations.
I met your pet, Maxine.
What in heaven's name are you? Oh, you mean the mongrel that's always skulking
Mongrel?
about the place. I spent months trying to teach that worthless hound how to fetch, and it sat through every lesson looking at me as if I were an idiot. Man's best friend, my eye. I've always been more fond of cats myself.
Cecil. Tell me about the issues in Cyseal.
What?
Issues in Cyseal, sir.
Very difficult times indeed. As though the death of Jake, and by source magic no less, weren't enough. We're also facing all sorts of brutish intruders. The undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the orcs are making a habit of savaging our beaches. That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect or
That's a
cult
lot
or
going on.
some
I
such,
respect that.
sticking
Shit
its
sucks right
tendrils
now.
into the innocent, seven-fearing folks of Cyseal. And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your
So
attention.
many quests.
It involves a magic relic I rather foolishly sought. A weapon called the Staff of Pergamon.
Tell me about the staff.
What of what now? You're speaking gibberish.
Jesus, dude.
Ah, you mean the Staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo was this very powerful, very rare staff. I managed to place the order through means somewhat. Atypical.
Dude, you shouldn't
for a
admit this to me.
government official. Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hands, and I wonder if you could retrieve it for me.
Tell me about the staff itself, and what stupid thing is he gonna say?
The staff itself contains
He
a
heard me.
shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do something to aid the townsfolk against the undead.
Tell me about the
His
merchant.
name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Cyseal harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but I'd quite like to avoid getting the Legion involved, if you don't mind.
Can you tell me more about Revellon's sex?
Well, I do believe that's something
that
your
word is hard to say
parents
without
ought to
saying
have discussed
sex.
with you long ago,
Sex.
Source Hunter. But I
Sex.
suppose if you really don't know, I'd be remiss if I didn't at least explain the basics. Ah, you see, when a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice, well, rather more than nice, they occasionally...
That's... hold on.
Well, they...
That's not always how it is.
Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the birds and the bees when Cyseal's under siege by orcs, undead, and cultists.
Tell me about the undead.
What?
case.
The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years, those blasted skeletons have all but suffocated this city. With all but one trade route overrun, Cyseal's once torrential commerce has slowed to a pathetic trickle.
About Jake's murder.
Jake? Murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Indeed. I could hardly believe it myself. The Council and I have certainly had our differences over the years, but old squabbles evaporate under such circumstances.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Hold on, my pillow's pissing me off. There we go.
Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, the Legion have taken her into protective custody to keep her safe from the mob. As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. that business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit suggestive. But I've never had cause to suspect her of violence. Still, one never knows for sure.
Tell me about
An
the
all right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Sicil is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Counselor.
Can you tell me more about your
That
library?
depends. What kind of berries are you interested please yourself.
Bye. Okay.
We'll have none of that, you hear?
Of course, terribly sorry. Indeed. What is that shit? Oh, come on, man. I didn't know it was like that. That door didn't really glow red. Hi, Dave. Yeah, thanks for dropping in, and thanks again for the follow. Hope to see you around again. You have a good rest of your day, or evening. It's probably nighttime for you. Much later than my current time. Was I here already? No. Hello, vegetable vendor.
Here
What do
for
you
your
have?
daily serving of veggies. Please partake of the plumpest produce ever produced.
Sure enough.
Scrolls to entussle you.
I think I will take some food.
Any takers?
Just
Come
one.
on, you
Yeah, just the one.
Not in the mood for cheese. Their excuse is more holes to the slice of this fine Norman there.
Potions to bemuscle you. Scrolls to entussle you.
That button rocks. Bye. Cilia the Enchantress. Hi.
Dearest customer, I've never seen an aura so plagued by ether. Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you.
Wind of Change skill book. Cool. Arrow Thurge. So you can give me Hydra Fist shit, which you have. These are novice spells, Adept, and Tower of Frost. Awesome, I totally want these. These are very expensive though. Not all of them actually. That's not too bad. Target can still become chilled and still takes water damage. Hydra Fist spells are water-based magic spells. 100% chance to set. What does it do? Oh, make a target immune to being frozen. Melee attackers may get frozen. That's good. Yeah, I kind of want that. Yeah, it's not that great. I have that. Ice Shard. Oh no, did I keep all those books? Yeah, let's go get them back. Shouldn't have done that. We shouldn't steal books. I forgot to read all these books. I just wanted to get away from people so I can read them. Okay, I think it's quiet here. We'll start with number 1. Cracking up a crowd. Much like making love, comedy requires equal parts passion and delivery. Jesus. Fever for the stage is not enough. No. The truly successful comedian will study the details of the craft through countless long, lonely nights in preparation for his rendezvous with the audience. Compiled with this volume are some of Revlon's finest funnies, enough to make a granite statue grin. During a dwarven funeral, the bearers of the casket accidentally bump into a wall. Someone is still freaking talking over me. How do I get away from people talking at me? Here, let's do this. See ya. Turn that back on when we're done here. That's better. During a dwarven funeral, the bearers of the casket accidentally bump into a wall and hear a faint moan. They open the casket and find out that the dwarven woman inside is actually alive. The entire funeral party rejoices, and a joyful tear springs into her husband's eye. The dwarven lady lives for 10 more years and then dies. There's another funeral for her. At the end of the service, the bearers carry out the casket. As they're walking out, the husband cries out, "Watch out for the wall!" That's a really good joke. An elf and an orc show up in Hall of Echoes at the same time. The orc says he froze to death, and the elf says he died of a heart attack. "How did that happen?" asked the orc. The elf replied, "Well, I came home and thought I heard my wife in bed with someone else, but when I searched the house, I couldn't find anybody. I was so stricken with remorse for wrongly accusing my wife of infidelity, I had a heart attack and died on the spot." "Geez," says the orc, "if you'd opened the icebox, we'd both be alive right now." Jesus. Every 10 years, the elven wood priests in the high monastery are allowed to break their vow of silence to speak 2 words. 10 years go by, and it's one priest's first chance. And he thinks for a second before saying food bad. 10 years later, he says bed hard. It's the big day. A decade later, he gives the head priest a long stare and says, "I quit." "I'm not surprised," the elven high priest says. "You've been complaining ever since you got here." That's an old joke, and it's really good. Yeah. Love it. I'm sorry. I got a new log for that. Headless Nick? Where did that come from? Oh. Okay. That's interesting. Huh. Philosophy of Death. I guess we could study. Where's, Yeah, let's get back up here. Back to the graveyard. Where's the graveyard? Excuse me. Oh, Jesus. Long way to go. What's the hotkey for this? Of course. Boop, boop, boo. Where's that freaking graveyard I came in from? This is annoying. Okay, back to reading. We'll skip that for now. This excerpt from the traditional drama Genesis of Sicile is commonly performed in the local theater. Most Sicilians and even a few foreigners are amply familiar with the tale and refuse to tolerate deviations from the script most know by heart. The story goes into 2 adventurers, lovers too, Cyrus and Celia, no shit, sailed west from Ferrell, knowing not whether they would find land on the other side. They took with them sufficient provisions for 5 months of travel, but only during the last week of 6 months did they land upon the land they would come to call Sicile. Celia, enough, Cyrus. I can't take another moment aboard this death barge. I'm starving and I'm sick. We'll find no safe refuge from our... God, why can't I read today? Will we find no safe refuge from our travails? Cyrus, my gods, could it be? There, look. Celia, what is it? Are we out of fresh water? Is there a leak in the hull? Cyrus, look, seal. There, beyond the mist, it's... Land! Cyrus, land, my sweet. Land at last, and we shall call it Sicile. That's nothing. Learn that skill. Hooray! You learned a new skill. Press K to open your skill screen. No, I refuse. History of Cyseal. Crack it open and hail the musk of its pages and learn something. Brief History of Cyseal by D.R. Gallant. Though Cyseal's... how many pages we got here? Not many. Though Cyseal's borders have shrunk considerably in modern times, ours was once an expansive kingdom of economic and strategic importance in the region of Annabelle. Unembroiled in external politics, Cyseal was free to expand from sea to sea and to the borders of Lucula Forest, where legendary and mysterious magicians are said to reside. Why then did Cyseal fall? First, trade. As the old kingdoms grew, Cyseal's ports became less central to trading routes. But most importantly, Cyseal's history of a small and homogeneous population meant that its cultural importance faded as more diverse nations grew. Capitals that featured elvish musicians and dwarvish mead thrived, while Cyseal's trade stagnated. Still, Cyseal is a heat of magnificent cultural importance. Home of the last Source King, the catacombs of Cyseal are famed for their beauty and their supposed preternatural activity. In recent times, the leaders of Cyseal are seeking to reinvigorate her economy. Fertile farmlands are being utilized at full capacity by the incentivized sale of lands to experienced farmers. Cyseal's future shines bright indeed. He who smelts it, dealt it. A large textbook with so many diagrams that makes your eyes sore. Fortunately, it also contains some concise advice about crafting swords. Well, if I don't do that, why not? Fun with fluids. Read it. If you've ever tried consuming a Ganepia mushroom, you know full well the manner of effect it will have. Most Revelonian mushrooms have some sort of effect on the human body, and their essence can be squeezed into potions to enhance their effects. Combining mushroom-based potions has similar effects. Awesome. Fun with fluids. Drudene's qualities are many and well documented. For an adventurer, it isn't wise to consume in the thick of battle, though recreational use is widely accepted among liberal circles. Knowledge significantly less widely spread, however, is that Drudene is best consumed from within a flask, as the bottling process often brings out its finest features. I should also get back to the library. Return these things. Wrong. Okay, you read some stuff now. The Adventurer's Field Guide. Wait, what are our volumes? 4, 5, 3. Some smiths haven't the faintest idea how to mold a fine metal shield. After I buy one, my first order of business is to find the nearest anvil and hammer the kinks out of it. The shield, I mean, not the anvil. Great. Now I'm not a lumberjack, but I can get a good strong stick out of any log with my trusty axe whenever I'm in need of one. Some weird geezers have been asking for the wood chips on the floor after I've chopped up... Oh, I thought I had that one. Yeah, I thought I had wood chips. Any old kitchen knife can be carved into a deadly dagger after the right amount of time on my anvil. Great. Actually, I have a dagger. If I find an anvil, I may be able to do that. Okay, we've read all the books, I think. Except for this one. Quality of a proper sword has quite declined in recent decades. Some blame a change in climate, others a change in the type and origin of iron reserves. I myself craft my own supplies from an iron bar and anvil. Yep. Give me that sword. This map is terrible. I hate it. Okay, let's go there. Okay, I mean, I put the marker there. What is it for? I can't see it on my minimap, so I don't really get what it's for. Oh, I see it. Okay, I do see it. That's why I'm so confused. Ah, that's why I'm so confused. Because I'm a stupid man. That's why. We are no book thieves. Oh, I need the, oh, that's fine. I need to keep Philosophy of the Dead, and I need to read it. Did I read all these? Yes. There you go. Can I make this a little smaller, please? There we go.
I saw you, didn't I?
Biology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart.
All right. That's good. Now we're good people. There's a tavern of some kind. I still haven't investigated the crime scene. Let's go here. Actually, I'm balking. I'm already balking. Is this our graveyard? I think. Graveyard? Cool. I can set my own. That's good. That makes perfect sense. Very much not a graveyard. There we go. Okay. Alright, how many pages we gotta remember? 2? That's it? The philosophy of death. Let us briefly discuss life and death, the great opposites, the great equals. Death is greater than life, so saith the priest. For in death comes the gods. So freaking annoying.
Get to work! Get to...
Bothering the shit out of me. Okay. Death is greater than life, so saith the priest. For in death comes the gods' just reward. But if this be true, whether that reward shall be the solace of heaven or the agony of hell is decided during one's lifetime. And therefore life is much greater than death, for it is the decision maker. And what of those who care not for the gods, who question the afterlife, the existence of deities? Life is life's own goal, they say. A wise sentiment, I echo, and that even priests would do well to heed. But oh, how often does doubt assail these revelers of life? How often does fear approach with the creeping of the shadows? So great becomes the looming horror that death becomes larger than life, and death becomes the greater force. Forget the promise of gods, I say, but defy the fear of oblivion as well. For only if life and death become each other's equals can the philosophy of death become one of life. Death is the instigator of faith and fear. Jesus, okay. Death is the instigator of faith and fear, but only if you let it be so. If you can gaze into its obsidian eyes, knowing it is the be-all and the end-all, but fear neither. And okay, we're studying for a test here, by the way. The great opposites, the great equals. Death is greater than life, so saith the priest, for in death comes the gods to reward. But if this is true, whether that reward shall be the life is, therefore life, And what of those who care not for the gods, who question the afterlife? But life is life's own goal, they say, a wise sentiment and echo, and that even priests would do well to heed. But oh, how often does doubt assail these revelers? Fear creeping of shadows, so great becomes the looming horror that death becomes larger than life, and death becomes the greater force. Forget the promise of gods, I say, but defy the fear of oblivion as well. For only if life and death become each other's equals can the philosophy of death become one of life. Death is the instigator of fear and death, but only if you let it be so. Gaze on the okay, alright, let's try it.
The very fact that you seek me out once more is in itself.
Put me to the test. Let's do it.
Then we shall proceed to test the mettle of your acumen forthwith.
Okay.
Between life and death, death is the greater force. So argues the clergyman. Is he correct?
Of course not.
Of course not.
Correct. He is not.
Correct. He is not.
Let us proceed. Life is life's own goal. The question that is itself the answer. Good. Now I am unburdened of all worries, am I not?
No.
Not entirely, no.
Yeah, I agree.
Last query. Boldly do I scorn the bonds of faith and fear. Death I dub thee life's equal. Is this my salvation or my undoing?
Neither. I don't know. Sure. Hey, we did it! Nice! We are smart guys. First try. Thank you. Oh. Cool. What the fuck? Hey, a reward chest. That's what we're looking for. Unidentified antique cloth shoes. Yay! Identified fighting knife. Yay! And some gold. Cool. Okay. Still trying to find that right,
Here lies Judith, warrior princess. Here lies me, killed in the line of duty. I want to go home.
Oh, buddy. Okay. Let us head south.
I feel cold inside my soul. Bane of age.
Eglin, dear.
Years.
How are you?
Oh, how nice it is of you. The very picture of youth. To break the monotony of an elder's day. Wild away on this hardwood bench. Pray, let me be forward with you, O sapling rose, O leaf of spring, for my weary mind is troubled, and would highly prize thy gentle-handed assistance, thy
What do you
kind
need?
ministrations.
You're a creep, but okay.
I
Tell me
am
about
but
it.
an aged elf that has seen the years parade in long succession. Gladly shall I tell you more. Will I regale thee, O whelp of men, with my tale? But not here, where the winds may steal my words.
What do you need?
You would listen to my grievances, guide me towards untroubled realms.
Oh, you are truly a wonder. Oh, budding flower of the morn. Yet, that which I would tell you is of a rather private nature. So let us escape both the chill and the eye of public scrutiny.
Okie dokie.
Hot spiced wine and a snug little room awaits us on the King Crab's first floor. Let us go there so that we can warm our bones, yet make shiver our hearts with a tale of loss and sorrow.
I'll meet you there, Weirdy. Yeah, we're not even... Ooh, the Mortician. What's up, man?
Ghostly masquerade!
Tell me about the Corpse Compendium. Second Life, Death, Rites, and Rituals Among the Seven Races. Volume 1, Imps and Orcs. Uh-oh. Chapter 1, Imps. In all cases, the disposal or preservation of imp corpses is left to the discretion of their masters. Typically, imps are simply burned with the evening's refuse or buried alongside the dead pets of the master they served. In rare cases, especially obedient or well-loved imps will be given traditional death rites according to the imp master's race. In the case of embalming, imps pose no special problems. In fact, they require rather less formaldehyde than a typical man, elf, or dwarf. Chapter 2, Orcs. Though their practices may appear savage to the untrained eye, death inspires a complex and sometimes beautiful aspect of Orcish culture. According to the common Orcish religion, Amun-Hor, the All-Mother, receives the souls of the dead. Thus, death is typically celebrated, not mourned. The dead corpse is buried immediately, and beautiful totems or other relics are erected atop the grave. These are meant to please the All-Mother when she comes for the spirit of the dead. Next, tribe members from toddlers to elders, the queen included, form a great ring, and each by each relate a cherished memory of the deceased. Thus, the life of the passing of the deceased are recalled with joy, and of the deceased are recalled with joy and excitement. However, if they are caught mourning the dead in word or by tears, the punishment is death. For surely anyone who'd mourn the passing of a soul to the All-Mother is a traitor and disbeliever. Yeah, just take your shitty book back. I don't want it. Oh, I forgot to return a pirate's life. Crap.
Tread silently, strike viciously.
Nice. Robert's Ledger.
What's that gleam?
Read. Furthermore, I find it impossible that any but Mayor Cecil, Captain Aureus, Evelyn, or Esmeralda would have been able to gain access to the body without my noticing. A corpse can't just vanish into thin air, and even if it could, it's not as though a strong wind could blow a sack of gold onto the empty slab. No, one of them must have been involved, but as long as no one goes digging up Jake's coffin, I don't see how the crime could ever be tracked back to me.
Looks like the Mortician has reason to suspect Mayor Cecil, Captain Aureus, Evelyn, and Esmeralda of something.
That's 4 people, and we already knew those names. Hey, Morty. Actually, let's get you back.
So, what's the bad news?
Bobby.
More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal statues sent another soul flying to his death?
Tell me about yourself.
This here's my family business. Yes, there's been a Roberts escorting stiffs into the next life since the foundation of Seal itself. They don't write epics about morticians, but I'm proud of my work nonetheless.
Tell me about Jake's murder.
Sad story, that. Though if I'm speaking plainly, the sentimental aspect of it all doesn't make much of an impression on an undertaker. especially not these days, with so many laid low by the orcs and such like.
Yeah, of course.
I just concern myself with giving the remains a respectable exit from life. We set him to rest in the northern graveyard. Perhaps he can finally get a little peace.
About Jake's body.
How do you... Ah, the ledger, is it? Fool was I to leave it in the open. Or perhaps I even looked forward to being found out. Well, as you know, I have my suspects in the matter. What would you like to know?
What do you have to trade, sir? A fish? Some gold? 9-inch nails? A handful of sharp iron nails. Closer examination reveals it would be a sin to waste them. Of course. Why do you suspect Mayor Cecil?
Plenty of us shopkeepers entrust the mayor with the spare keys to our businesses, you know. And he's the only person in town with a second copy of the key to the mortuary. He could have used it to sidle in without a peep, if he were so inclined.
Why do you expect Aureus?
Aureus himself paid me a visit the night the body was delivered. Came rapping at my door in the frosty morning before the sun had even started peeping, and told me to tell him, and only him, if I noticed anything strange or suspicious about the remains.
Continue.
Can't see why he'd bothered to go through all that trouble, unless he knew something the rest of us don't.
Why do you suspect Evelyn?
I know it sounds strange suspecting the doctor's apprentice of something so ghoulish as this, but there's few in this city could manage to transport a corpse without raising eyebrows.
That makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
It was she who delivered Jake's body from the inn to the mortuary. And there was something about her that night. Some kind of excitement.
We figured that out.
It seemed she could barely contain her thoughts. That there was something thrilling about to happen. I can't quite settle it in my mind how a young medical professional would have such a strange reaction to an occasion such as that. And this may or may not have anything to do with the whole rigmarole. But her master, Dr. Theleron, bought an old shack of mine, one overtaken by undead, for an exorbitant price considering what he was getting. I never did figure what he wanted it for, but he sure seemed eager.
Why do you suspect Esmeralda?
I never saw a widow less distraught at the death of her husband, and I've seen hundreds pass through my parlor. It was she who rang my bell just before the body was snatched, lured me outside claiming she needed air, before discussing the funeral arrangements. Some accomplice could have sneaked in and grabbed the remains while I was comforting the oh-so-overcome Esmeralda.
About the bag of gold you received for keeping quiet.
That gold's the only good thing to come out of this blasted affair, and I certainly plan on making some use of it.
Persuade this character by charming, intimidating, or reasoning. If your perception is high enough, you can see the brackets what answer grants the highest bonus. It seems I'm not. I don't really know. Reason with him. No, that's nothing. It's intimidate him. Okay, 3 versus 3. Appreciate it. Damn it! This game is bullshit. Fuck this. Am I supposed to suspect anything other than this is fucking unfair? I don't believe that's random, sir.
Do whatever you like. I'll deny it to my... Hey, stop that! What do you think you're doing?
Hates me. He hates me. Too bad, I would have liked that bag of gold. I could just kill him for it. Damn, dudes. How the hell do I get in this building?
Say, no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I, borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Borrow indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repaid.
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear.
This is going to be interesting.
So what do you think? Should I snag a fish?
I love having these two argue. She's the nice one, and she's like, nah, kill them all. Merchant has to eat too. You know what? Leave the fish alone.
Tomatoes?
Oh wait, hold on. Everyone needs a hand now and then. Take the fish, and none but us will be the wiser.
Everyone needs a hand now and then. Take the fish, and none but us will be the wiser.
They both love it.
True enough. Without a bit of charity now and then, the world would be a far crueler place.
Yeah, we're very nice people.
That's the spirit! Or should I say, the soul?
Yeah.
Sir, did you just steal that fish?
Did you steal that?
No, I paid for it.
Haha, we're lying. We're gonna sell you out.
Just left, but I paid. I paid before.
You were a witness to this event now. Tell me what happened.
They totally did it. I'm surprised his pantaloons haven't caught fire yet, the damn liar.
I'm surprised his pantaloons haven't caught fire yet, the damned liar.
Simply shocking the way he so blatantly lies.
Simply shocking the way he so blatantly lies.
Yes.
What kind of monster are you? You encouraged me to take the fish.
That's not how it was. That's not how it was. That's not how it was.
Come along quietly. You did the crime, sir, and the sentence is yours alone.
Hee hee hee. Bye. The fish thief. Oh, that's a settled matter. The man was caught and we told the truth about what we saw. The thief cursed us. Oh no. What if that's real though? What if we're actually cursed? That'd be terrible. The philosopher. Great. Loved it. Hi, Roa.
You! Hypocrites and traitors! I thought sorcerers were supposed to help the people, not lure them into crime and punishment.
I actually am not sure what we're supposed to do, but okay. I respect your opinion. I'm taking this fish, though.
Sigurd's beard! What a find!
Oh, what a nice fish. Steal yo fish.
Perfect for a fry-up. Sorry, but I haven't the time for chatter. These days, a moment's inattention is all a thief needs to snatch my livelihood out from under me.
How about that thief, though?
You're a strange guppy, telling that man to snatch my stock and then turning him in. I'm glad to have my wares back, but I would have preferred for him not to have taken it at all.
I feel like we did the right thing. In my opinion. Can I talk to seagulls? Seems like. Mendius.
A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Sightseal is abuzz about. The talk of the town. The juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure to meet you. A delight. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot, so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed.
Who the hell are you, Mendius?
Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? I saved lives, to be sure, but today I change them.
The opportunity you're talking about?
Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each and every one of us. So first of all, let me ask you this question. Do you like adventure?
I really like adventure. Of course I do.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
How could someone in my profession not?
Quite right.
Quite right. Adventure is what we live for.
Yeah.
See here, you and I share the same passion. I never doubted it for a moment. The thrill of walking the unbeaten path, The rush of finding yourself in a goblin ambush, knowing you'll prevail nonetheless. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now, between you and me, tell me truthfully, don't you sometimes wish you could earn more?
All the time. Riches she doesn't care about, but the other one does.
Riches do not interest me much, actually.
Really? I wouldn't mind earning an extra penny here and there.
Well, don't quarrel about it on my account. Still, if a matter is divisive, it is divisive mainly because it is alluring. And riches are so very alluring. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety?
Everybody in this game talks so freaking much.
To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders. Investigate this, retrieve that, and at the end of the day, what do you have to show for it? Wouldn't you prefer to call your own shots? Be your own boss?
Hell yeah. It's better to lead than to follow. That much is true.
It's better to lead than to follow. That much is true.
Hell yeah, better to be served than to serve.
Better to be served than to serve. I concur.
Well spoken. Well said.
I know. Thank you, Smahams. Hello. Yes, I don't have to read by myself anymore. Thank God.
Am I right? Of course I am.
There's still a lot of books, though.
I could help you attain the
We just read like 12 books.
Enact the change you deserve.
Oh God, the Fallout memories. Yes. Oh, I skipped so much dialogue.
And that is exactly
painful
why
memories.
I am here. Why
Well, good
fate
memories
has
too,
put
but
me
many
right
painful
by
ones.
the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation to join is yours.
Tom? Wait, hold on. What did you say about Tom? Oh, okay, he didn't say anything. This is a different... Okay. Let us ask about the maid's brother, Tom.
Who? Tom? Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, hold on. Yes, of course, Tom. One of our most recent additions to the Fellowship. Brave kid. Smart as a tack. He'll prove to be a
Try to have
wonderful
water and
addition to
lemon
the
with me when
family.
I do Fallout streams. That's what I did. Definitely me all day long. Tell me more about the Fab Five.
The Fabulous Five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers' guild in Riverlong. Our mission, to better the world. Our mantra, to better ourselves as we do so. To realize our dreams and cleanse our souls. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course, if you still have questions, I shall answer them to the best of my abilities. But if not, how about we get started?
I'm not going to enlist with this guy right away. We'll come back to that. To read anything aloud for hours. Yeah, I could do it for a while. I mean, I do tend to talk for hours when I do this. What do they actually do?
What a gem of a question. Straight as an arrow.
Well, I mean, look, so what did we play?
Meritorious.
2.5 hours yesterday. Probably get to 2 hours today. Probably gonna end the stream in about 15 minutes, by the way. And we haven't left this town. So, yeah. And I don't think we're even close to leaving this town. What a gem of a question. Yeah.
Now, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community.
We did go up in space. That was cool, though. Yeah, that was fun.
Is bestowed upon you the moment you sign our waiver, and so it all begins. I shall be the one to give you your first contracts, and once the job is done, I shall see to it you get your fair share of the reward.
Okay.
Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the Fabulous Five and thereby draw new knights into our fellowship, you will get a share of the reward from their contracts too. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, Mendius, this sounds kind of shady.
By now, the genial glow
Is this
of
a
the
pyramid
fellowship
scheme?
must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say fellowship? I mean family. For like a family, we support.
Well, look, I mean, there's been an adventure everywhere I've went.
See each other through thick and thin. Partake in glory and defeat.
I talked to the Death Philosopher and correctly did his quests and got his stuff. I've got other quests. I've got my fortune told by the bull. I've got the maid's quest.
Work hard.
I set up the fish thief so he would get arrested. That was funny. Yeah, so.
Rise through the ranks.
You're right, though. I would like to, you know, get into some combat at some point.
You will make the stars shine all the brighter, and you'll get fabulously wealthy in the process. What's not to like?
I'd like to
Of course. All you need to do is sign this waiver, and just like that, snap,
Let me read
you're
it first.
part of the family. All I need is your lovely little.
No, I want to read it
autograph.
first.
What do you say?
Oh man, now I'm kind of flagging. I don't really want to do this one. This kind of sounds shitty. This doesn't really sound like our gimmick. Sounds too good to be true. Gonna
This
pass.
Fabulous Five business sounds too good to be true. I'm going to pass.
Yeah, you did come on a little bit strongly.
Agreed. You came on a little bit too strongly there, buddy.
Oh, how frightfully disappointing. How illogical and short-sighted of you. To deny the Fabulous Five. It is a crime.
You're a dick. An adventurer named Mendius offered to let us join his guild, the Fabulous Five. It seemed a bit fishy, though, so we declined. Yeah, fuck that. We'll do other adventures. Medora.
So you're just back, demon. Back or out. Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons, comrade. This old bear's edgier than a dodecahedron these days.
Oh no. What are we doing with this accent?
I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Wartruce my regards next time you see him.
Is she talking to me, the cleric? Are you a cleric? Who did you say you were? I don't recognize you from the academy.
You wouldn't.
Oh, the Source Hunter Academy. I'm
North,
sorry.
after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often. But it's always a pleasure when we do.
I'm sorry, you say you were from the north? Are you sure you're not from the deep south?
Medora's the name. Retired. Or so the order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. My hand to your cause and my sword at your side.
I hadn't heard of another Source Hunter being assigned to Cyseal. What are you doing here?
Heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. And come to think of it, one that might concern you. See, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north of here. Hunter's Edge by name. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill savages either, but ones who've taken dark magic to new heights.
Really? You play sorcerers in the second one. Awesome.
What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say, but it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases and a knee-knocking fear of ever crossing paths with a sauce hunter again.
Okay, so the wizard guy we met made us promise not to talk to demons. I bet she's going to tell us that we'll never make a deal with orcs.
I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Cyseal. They don't have a spare soldier to send northward, and even in my finest form, I can't clear the place of that many orcs without backup.
Orcs attacked your village? How did you manage to
By
escape?
the skin of my teeth, comrade. The
Comrade.
savages were rounding up villagers when one of them activated a tripwire on our village wizard's property. Fortunately for me, that particular wizard has a penchant for things that go boom in the night. I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward the forest. He pursued me for miles, but I'd lost him before I made it into the Sicil hinterlands.
What's your next plan?
Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder
Yes,
just now.
join my party.
But perhaps that's where you come in.
Do it.
I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I see it, you could use reinforcements here in town. I've been scouting Sicil for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the council.
No, I've done that. I was solving that.
Now minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work of the perpetrator.
So that's your proposition. You help us here in Sicil, and we help you take back your home village thereafter.
Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now. And the orcs up north will be short work for a trained-up trio of source hunters.
A fantastic plan. With 3 source hunters working in tandem, we'll put an end to all the evils bent against this fair land.
A fantastic plan. With 3 source hunters working in tandem, we'll put an end to all the evils bent against this fair land.
Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more formidable against this wicked magic.
Girl freaking power.
Welcome aboard, Medora.
I will only want a girl squad.
That's the spirit.
Yeah!
Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every orc and sorcerer in a 100-mile radius shaking in
No
his
provisos
boots.
either. Get in. Yeah, cool. What can you do? Crushing Fist, Battering Ram, Helping Hand, Whirlwind. Let's see. I wanted to get this when I was thinking about making a Saitama character. An enormous fist smashes your enemy and knocks them down. Deals 10 to 12 crushing damage. Rush forward in a straight line to a point far away, hitting all enemies in your path with 22 to 20. Whoa! Help a knockdown ally back up, or pat out a burning one. That's pretty good. I can see that might be not too bad. Perform a whirlwind attack, hitting enemies around you for 40 to 50 slashing. Power stance, great. Yeah, you take that. Medora's 2-handed. Ooh, that's way better than anything I'll give you ever. Holy crap. If you were to attack me, that'd be half my damage. More than. That's better. Oh yeah, that's way better. Unsinkable Sam? Oh my god.
Never saw you in the king crab before. You're welcome to scratch me behind the ears if you like. I won't scratch back.
I will do that for you, Sam. Who are you?
I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat, but the clipper I was on sank when I was the only one to wrestle himself free from the waves. The people here were kind and took me in. Been the king crab's foremost patron ever since.
Tell me about the ship you were
A
on.
magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. Unlike me, she didn't prove to be unsinkable, though. We hit the cliffs right neath the lighthouse. Not very apt a name for that building, I must say, for no light was shining from it. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. But I was alive, and that was more than anybody else could say.
Only survivor?
So I was. What friends I had. They drowned alongside the rats I used to hunt in the galley. And there I was, all alone. Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly.
Oh, you love Maxine? Oh.
Tied against her ample bosom.
Oh.
I purr up a storm. But I do long for a companion of my own kind. And in that regard, there is no one like Maxine.
If I can get these cats together, I'll probably just end the stream. End the game. I don't need to play the rest of the game.
Maxine, the mayor's darling pet. So gentle, so fair a feline. The grace of her whiskers, the subtle palette of dyes in her
Palette.
sailor coat. She's one of a kind, that cat. She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I have serenaded her and braved many a bucket of water for my efforts. But for some reason, she is not to be swayed.
Oh, Sam. Oh, we gotta get that to work for
By
you.
all means.
What's your take on the undead, cat?
People make a fuss about them because they endanger the lands around the city.
Yes, exactly.
They never bother me when I'm out for my monthly walk, though. But still, I do test them. I mean, they're so unnatural, aren't they? Cats can have 9 lives, but humans are only entitled to 1.
Tell me about the orcs.
Oh, don't mention orcs to me. Worse than dogs, that one. Sank Walrus Willie's boat right from under him. Best anchovy fisher in the world he was. A loss to us all.
Bye, Sam. Kitty Love, yes. We've been asked by Unsinkable Sam, the Tavern Tomcat, to investigate why the cat of his dreams, Maxine, isn't interested in us.
Ready to advance, ready to defend. What can I do for you, comrade?
Comrade, oh. You were so cool. Novak.
Ah, pointless chatter with strangers does so thrill me. How did you know? Please continue interrupting my drink if you'd be so kind.
Who are you?
How curious of you to show interest in a lonesome stranger at the bar. Let me answer by saying that who I am is hardly any of your business. And anyone with an ounce of tact would have known that already.
Tell me about the Fab Five.
Can I tell you? I suppose I can. And I could. But why would I turn my attention away from this?
Yeah.
When Mendius right outside is simply panting with excitement about the whole affair.
Good point. That's a very good point, sir. I have no response to that. Francis.
Greetings, traveler. And may the Immaculate Conduit's myriad blessings comfort and cradle you.
I would love to worship something called the Immaculate Conduit.
Revelation?
What revelation?
You mean you haven't heard? Oh, what fortune that I may share the goddess's salvation with one who has, as yet, been lost. Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forth. The Conduit, our link to the goddess herself, has given us a special gift. And the gift is thus, by following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way, we can each of us live on for a span greater than the number of stars that twinkle within the goddess's right eye.
Tell me more about the Conduit.
She came from on high to we mortals and showed us the path to the goddess, where all living souls are naturally inclined. She showed us that injury and malady need not mark the end of life, but that through her methods we could ascend to greater life in service of the goddess.
Tell me about the One Way.
Ah, for this hallowed information, you must seek an immaculate chapel. Go north, friend, through the forest and into the town of Silverglen, where all may be revealed. There, among her followers and friends, dwells the goddess's ecstasy, her one way.
Tell me about yourself.
What's in a name, dear friend? For we all begin equal in the Conduit's eyes, and only through great deeds may enter into her inner ring.
This is implying that I have a max of 4 characters.
Go on the path to the righteous, my friend. Forget not that the Conduit has great plans for you.
The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Where's Anna?
Saffrons, I dare say.
Anna, I want to talk to you. Hi, Anna.
What have we here? A source hunter, is it? Well, my day just became rather more stimulating. Oh, stand still there,
hi,
if
Anna.
you don't mind. I want to take a good long look at the so-called savior of Cyseal.
Great.
Tall as an elf, strong as an orc, but your face, quite classical, isn't it? Statuesque, some might say. Yes, smooth and sturdy as marble, yet fine as a chisel's edge.
They didn't let me choose my face, so...
And my word, what passion burns from your eyes. Please forgive my being forward, but I dare say, can it be? Well, you're exactly the person I've
A lot of people in this game are really flattering. Tell me about yourself.
I am Anna, jewel in the crown that is the Fabulous Five.
So you
I've
are a
cut
member of the
1,000
Fab
throats,
Five.
and baked 1,000 bread rolls, stolen the crown jewels of the Queen of Arata, and, with my pockets full, helped her reach enlightenment. When the day comes that I die, the gods will evacuate the heavens to make space for my formidable collection of designer slippers.
Ooh. I think I might buy that. What? Oh, okay. That's what I'm talking about. Good deal. Thank you for the new hat.
I contain multitudes, you see, and I am utterly replete. Except that, much to my dismay, I had as yet to find the companion to whom my heart so clearly calls.
Are you going to come with me as well?
But then, Source Hunter, you wandered into this tavern, and I am most certain that that companion is you.
I do like your attitude. You've been searching.
That I have. For nearly a lifetime, it seems. Well, I'm sure you must know what I mean. Like existence itself lacked a significant component. Like if you could only fill a certain void, could connect with the right body, the right spirit. Together you could uncover new and thrilling vistas. I believe I have found that component, that body, that spirit within you, Source Hunter. Come, if ever we are to be united, we must truly entwine our fates. We must link our causes forevermore.
Hoping I know I'm doing the specs. Yeah, I'm okay with builds. I kind of know where to get to and look ahead and see where I want to get to and how to get there. Yeah. Not that I've had a lot of opportunity to level up so far, just the once.
Yes, you must join the Fabulous
The
Five
AP,
right
I like
away,
the AP,
as
how
soon as
equipping
time
things
permits.
affects your AP. It's
Together,
pretty
as a
interesting.
team, we'll explore the boundless realm before us. We'll uncover fate, inch by inch.
Oh, I don't want to join the Fab Five. I just want you to join me.
Already refused to join, but darling, didn't you? How can we? Refused?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a plague on both our houses. For now, we may never link our destinies. Away from me now, oh perfect specimen. Torment me no further. But if you happen to meet more able-bodied, agile-minded adventurers, don't hesitate to send them my way. A woman can only mourn for so long. My only one.
Okay.
Oh, why do you compound my misery by asking me to gaze again upon your perfection? Is it because you... Oh, who's that over there? Tall as an elf, strong as an orc. But his face, it's almost classical, isn't it?
Anna.
Sorry,
That's great.
I've run out of signed handkerchiefs. An Alistair keyring, maybe. In any case, make it quick. You're not the only fan who wants some of my time.
And who the hell are you?
What do you mean, not familiar? You expect me to believe you've never heard of Alistair the Almighty? Why, I'm only the most famous wizard this side of the distance. Although, it'd be worth checking the other side too, just in case. And don't forget, I'm the most eminent member of the Fabulous Five to boot. Surely you already know we've been voted the most
Side Quest Monthly.
adventurous guild by Side Quest Monthly. 3 years running.
Tell me about the 5.
Your interest is piqued, I see. I'd suggest a word of warning, though. We only accept the best and the brightest. By the looks of you, I'm not sure you'll make the cut.
No, Mendius seemed pretty impressed. What do you know about the undead?
Those nasty beasts are hardly worth my time. Though I suppose I'll step in if none of the recruits manage to prove adept enough to handle a few skeletons. Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the
I
sort
thought I saw a
who
rat
concerns
back here.
myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough
Nope,
when
just
you
a guy.
realize that reward
Just a
money
shirtless
won't be
guy.
lying in your pockets.
I really want that painting of a woman, though. I really want it.
I smell. Oh, the fierce stench.
So tell me about yourself, Medora. What can you do?
Actually, I think that's only roast pig.
Two-handed, naturally.
Yes, of course.
Heavenly
This time.
herring, delicious dogfish. Yours for a scrap of gold each.
What did she say?
Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Watch out, I smell the fierce stench of frightened source goblin. It's just a roast pig. Yeah, that's fine. What a rush! What a rush! Oh, man. Increases your turn action points and maximum action points. I kind of want that for everybody. Oh, I'm sorry, vitality below 30%. Opportunist gives you the ability to perform attacks of opportunity. I see. When an opponent lands the blow that should kill you, Comeback Kid will leave you with 1 health as long as you had more than 1 left. That's amazing. Jesus Christ, you can become, oh god, Bacterion in, Dragon Ball. That's great. Slingshot adds 5-meter distance, I don't need that. Sure, whatever. That's pretty good. I never really looked at these earlier. Great. I haven't checked in on my traits for the actual characters yet. If you have the Heartless trait, you receive a chance to hit bonus of 20% when backstabbing. That's exactly what I want. Okay. I didn't see all these options before. Blunt. You are immune to Charmed. Cool. Nowhere. Awesome. Okay. And I'm not that much different. Just a couple of different things here. Alright, anywho. I said I was going to quit 10 minutes ago. Let's read my logs real quick. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 active quests. First town. Not yet fully explored either. Look at this. Haven't explored the whole town. Let's go talk to Maxine, because that's the only mission that matters. Yeah, let's do that. And that will end the stream for the day. Town Hall, right there.
have you? Jolly good. Join me, why don't you, for a scandalously milky saucer of feral leaf tea?
About Sam.
Oh, he's a darling old Tom, isn't he? Paws over tails in love with me. Who can blame him? The feeling's, well, it's rather mutual, actually.
Okay.
The pet of a puss simply doesn't have a penny to his name. At the risk of sounding as shallow as a spaniel, I can't but admit my love does not come unconditionally. What if we were to have kittens, he and I? They'd jolly well starve, wouldn't they?
There is no
cat for a papa.
There's no nuclear family for cats. Okay, Maxine. You're not people, Maxine.
Oh dear Sam, he's such a good old bean. But he does rather reside at the bottom of the scratching pole, doesn't he? And dear me, one must have at least a mite of standards. But of course, darling, be my guest.
Do you know how... I forgot about that. Did you know the mayor called you a canine?
Oh my golly gumdrops, he did what? The nerve of the man. I knew he was hard of hearing and soft of wit, but this is a new low even for him. Oh, do calm down, Maxine. Compose yourself. Envision a calm ocean filled so plentifully with fish they positively flounder on the beach. There we are. Indignation has been dispelled. No longer do I care that booby of a mare called me the C word.
Well, okay.
A nervous twitch suddenly makes Maxine's whiskers wiggle. I don't care in the least.
Don't you fear the undead?
Forbid. No, fear is rather too strong a term there, hunter dearest. The predator's instinct
that's
is a
fine.
trait we share.
I don't need to hear everything there. We learn from Maxine that she doesn't want to spend her lives with a cat who may not be able to provide for her kittens. Calling a cat, yeah, it's a bit much. It's a thing. Thank God these are right next to each other. Alright, Sam. I'm sorry, dude. It doesn't sound like it's gonna happen for you.
Esmeralda these days. She has the softest lap to lay in.
This guy gets it.
So there's the rub. I am but a stray, and she is the mayor's cat. Oh, I do understand her, I do. She wants a Tom of means, not privation. One who brings home the sardines and the occasional halibut. Would that I still had my collar. Such a marvel it was, as bejeweled as the night sky with precious stones, said to have once been worn by a far-off Maharaja's best hunting cheater. Like the king of all cats I looked when I wore it. A gift bestowed upon me by a princess whom I had kept company during a long and perilous voyage. A precious band of gemstones, lost as I was tossed around by the waves like a ball in a game of catch. Among the waves it remains, I imagine. Worn perhaps by a crab who fancies himself a Caesar with it. If only I could be the Caesar again, and Maxine my Caesarina. By all means.
Did that update my shit?
He's privy to ancient and
Okay, so he has a collar, but I don't really have too many leads on the collar. So, that seems like a good spot to end the stream. Sure. 4 hours in? Perfect. Oh, that's right. We didn't play for actually 5 hours. We played a 30 minutes on Tactician and died and restarted. I forgot about that. So we're a little less than I thought, but yeah. Anywho, oops. So that ends the stream. Thank you, Smayhams, for joining me today. Thanks also, Dave, for the follow, and I hope to see you on Steam some point in the future. Like I said, that ends me for the day. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., like I usually am. That will probably be the last episode of The Walking Dead Season 2 to start that stream, and then we'll see where it goes from there. I still want to play Momodora, Reverie in the Moonlight, but that's tomorrow's problem. Till then, we'll see you down the road. I'm going to get some dinner. My cat's here to say goodbye. So goodbye. Good night.
lie of the night.